What's poppin', y'all? This beef between Cardi B and JT is escalating fast, and it all goes back to none other than Lil Uzi Vert. Yeah, because on Cardi B's new album, Am I the Drama, she dissed Lil Uzi Vert. And she initially wanted to take shots at JT, but Lil Uzi Vert caught some strays. And this came on the second verse of the track that said the following: all that D-riding still ain't getting no feature. She just mad she got a man she be sharing bags with. My man cheap, but I don't stick no dildos in his eye. You look a hot mess, easily impressed. B. You never gave looks, you startin' getting dressed, B. Ricky O, the only fashion house you know. You should have asked me, would have took you to the show. And soon after this, very soon after this would come up onto the internet, JT would tweet and delete with, guitar body B wasn't talking about me. Better to be quiet before I tell them the real tea. Chick pH balance will fry a whole fish. Yuck. With that one flow. LOL. And this beef goes back some years because not only are Lil Uzi Vert and Cardi B on the same record label, but JT, who was a part of the City Girls, and Young Miami also had a song years ago called Twerk, which was early 2019. But after WAP, things just started to separate between them. And initially, JT was talking about fan pages that were stirring the pot. But Tomorrow 2, the song with Glorilla, is where things really started to kick off. JT congratulated Glorilla, but didn't mention Cardi B. So people thought that she was salty about Cardi B's success on the song, and she denied any subliminals or any quote-unquote shade being thrown there. But Cardi responded and called her a lapdog. JT called her a wiener dog, and then there was some back and forth drama going on between them, and they had it all over DM, and then it would come out later on. And then Nicki Minaj had this song Super Freaky Girl. JT was featured, and then we all know the situation that was going on between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. Still going on. They hate each other. They can't stand each other. And the tweet that JT had sent was, Cardi, you go fetch a real talent. We DMing. Why you come back here to put on a show for these kids? And this was in 2022. And then JT said, I'm not like that at all. I've been doing remixes and never got credited on a chart, but they get sung word for word and help push the original songs as intended, unlike y'all. Well, I can't even say y'all because you don't rap. You tweet. Congratulations, Glow, and stream FNF Remix and Queen Mix. And Nicki Minaj responded by tweeting, or Cardi B tweeted go fetch, and then JT quoted it, writing what I said to you guys earlier. So since then, there have been issues, and then of course this leads up to the new Am I the Drama in the track Magnet. And this gets out of control because currently Cardi B is dating, or she's not just dating. She's impregnated by this NFL player, Stephon Diggs. And Stephon Diggs got some wild accusations on his name that don't just include him having cheated on Cardi B. There was this guy whose name is Chris Blake Griffith, who was really tight with Gervonta Davis' team and Tank. And he was also really cool with OVO and Drake. And he would make sure that they were taken care of whenever they would pull up to any of the fights that Gervonta Davis would have. However, he got cut off from Gervonta Davis earlier this year, and he even went on an academic stream going, I wouldn't say going crazy, but they both had a glaze off for Drake because this guy was really hurt that Drake cut him off because he was mentioning something about an album, or no, he was mentioning something about Stephon Diggs. So Tasha K got him on her show. She's not playing around, and he details the story of what happened to him by Stephon Diggs. And I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
He attempted to have me unalived because of him making a pass at me. It wasn't the pass that frustrated me the most. What made me most frustrated was the fact that he tried to unalive me after it, when in reality, even though I was drugged, I never thought that the next step would be my life being threatened because you got turned down. But it's that power complex of wanting what you want when you want it, feeling like you own the things that you pay,
him, I guess, allegedly making a pass at you.
Right.
Like, how did that go?
We used to do dumb things like when we went to the strip club, we would take the jelly beans, swap the bag out. We put them in the Skittles. He's offering me candy. I'm really thinking it's on something like, man, you trying to play with me? No, I don't want to do that. Because we've done it before. But now it's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Man, give me a piece. So he gives me a piece of the candy. And what happened to me after that was not what would have occurred if I ate Hershey's. I'll tell you that.
What do you think it was?
I mean, from the side effects of what I felt, I would say maybe in the realm of like ecstasy infused.
So you were aroused?
I was definitely stimulated in ways that I had never been stimulated before. My skin was sensitive to the touch. My eyes are blue. My pupils were so big, my eyes looked black. And I really couldn't explain why I felt that way. My drive was through the roof. I'm trying to really pinpoint what did I do? Shortly thereafter, we ended up in the car, 2-seater Porsche, just us. And I say that to say it's not a lot of space. He talking to me about all the girls that he got in the house. Now, mind you, I was just at the house earlier, so it is a boatload of girls at the house. It's Spanish.
But he only left with you.
He left with me. But at the house, it might be 20 girls.
And you said they were all Spanish?
Spanish girls that barely even spoke English. I don't know if he's shipping them in, shipping them out. I don't know. I can't speak. I don't know. So he pulls his thing out and just starts doing his thing. And as he's doing his thing, I'm like, yo, bro, settle down. Like, that get yourself together till you get in the house. And as he's touching on himself and feeling on himself and like talking through what he's about to do when he walk in the house and how pretty much basically saying how insulated he is in like street lingo. Pulls his man out, starts to play with himself. And I'm telling him, yo, bro, keep your composure. I'm trying to laugh it off because I'm like, what the f is wrong with you? Why you put that up? Like, what are you doing? And he reach over to me like, man, come on. And he got his thing in his hand. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? And he trying to like laugh and I put that up. And he put it up. We get out the car. As we're walking, it's very uncomfortable to talk about. As we're walking toward the door, he put his arm around me and he said, man, come to my room. And he put his, put his tongue in my ear, like doing some weird shit. Walk into the house, spiral staircase leads directly to his bedroom. He goes up the staircase. I make a right. It's a very long hallway. I speed walk down this hallway, damn near run down this hallway, but not like I'm running for my life. I'm trying to keep things low. I go to the bathroom. I'm trying to process my way out. How the f do I get out of here? Clearly, this is an overstepping boundary. I've never seen him in this light before, but I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm like, man, you just gonna have to go out here and fight your way out if you have to.
Now, this is just a downright ridiculous. I don't even want to believe this because of how ridiculous it sounds. But JT quotes this, and she says, this is effing nuts and sad. Men like this should be protected. I feel like this isn't being taken seriously enough. So JT's just saying, hey, y'all all got to pay attention to this. Check this out. This is Cardi B's man. And then they reply, some fans reply and says, chick, this your man. You got bigger fish to fry. And it's Lil Uzi Vert with his nail just he's looking like Frieza in the left pic, like a zesty Frieza. And then she says, yes, my man does this. Mind his business, works hard, take care of his family, inspired his generation and doesn't snatch. I don't even know what that means. His style is what made him Lil Uzi. We're talking about Chris right now. Focus. And then a fan says, I hate that when men alleges assault, it never gets taken serious. I'm glad you are speaking up. And JT says, Cardi B, baby father, a HOMO man. Now, I don't know this. Also, she's still pregnant. So can we really call him the baby father? Like, God forbid anything happens, right? I think that's a little bit premature. You should just say the person that she's pregnant by. Not because of how he dress or express himself. I think it's partially because of how he expresses himself, but because Chris said it out of his mouth, and we're supposed to trust this Chris guy. Justice for Chris. I stand with the game. And that dude, Chris, says he's not zesty. He's not with that. But looking at the DMs that this guy had between him and I'm not gonna lie, man, this guy's he's got DMs where he claims it's Stephon Diggs and this guy's talking to him crazy and he's just laughing at it and not talking to him crazy as in disrespect. Well, it is disrespect, but talking to him like he's gonna take him shopping, if you know what I mean. So Cardi B addresses this, and she goes on to leak some text between her and Uzi, and she says, I want justice for them babies. Your man make you abort every time. Ask what he told me about how he felt when he wanted to see Brit in the, I think he's talking about Brittany, the OG Uzi girl, in that courtroom, and she didn't show up. Or do I need to play the audio? And don't let me say what he was saying about Rock Nation. Just ungrateful. And then there's some text exchange. I'm guessing this is Cardi B on the right. She says, I don't want to come up there sick and moody and then you get mad and curse me out. Then I beat you up. It's too much. He says, I want to because I invited you. I have to work. Come here. I'll come after we leave Miami if we still like each other. I don't know if this might be text between him and Brittany. You think I ever been through this? Be honest. I love this. You love me? LMAO. You make me evil. I don't act like this. He says, you mad at me, yeah, but it's just because you pregnant. So it makes you even more moody. One thing about me, I don't show people my feelings. See, I don't know if this is Brit, because if you guys remember, Brittany was, I believe she was pregnant when, no, was she pregnant when Uzi ran down on her in St. John in LA at that cafe? I don't know. But if that was the case, then it could be her from that period of time. And it would add up to why Uzi was so angry when he ran down on her. Or it could be recent and Cardi B is pregnant. So we don't even really know. And then there's text. I don't even know how he has text between, she has text between JT and Uzi. And then that's JT on the left saying, really turned on me for her. You showed her. And he says, no, I didn't. You did that to make her feel good. I understand. I go so hard for you. I would never turn on you for a man. Ever. Man, Uzi, heartbreak emoji. Why you pretend to care about me? That something, something. And then we have JT come out later on Snapchat. You know she's trying to get to the bag. She starts this off on Twitter and then hops over to Snapchat where they're supposed to be paying a check. I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
Okay, y'all, I'm busy, but I gotta say one thing. This rat, right? This supposed to be a mother brim, and she threatening to snitch on some body because she don't have anything to say about it. That a loser. Wait, no, I got two things to say. So then she said, I'm gonna tell everybody nation what you said, what he said. No, not just that. The trying to spread fake tea about a when she stood her illiterate in front of millions of people and said she stand for pro-choice. Drops bomb. I can't take the dumb serious. I can't take the, and show me.
This is really interesting. So when she says brim, she's talking about blood, that like Cardi B is supposed to be a blood or really strongly affiliated. But the part where JT's got me tripping a little bit, she's like, well, she's talking against, getting rid of these babies. She doesn't deny that she did that. She just tries to throw it back on Cardi B and says, yeah, she was pro-choice. And then I'm looking at it like, hold on, JT, like, sure, maybe Cardi B is that, but she said choice, not choices. It's like, how many choices do you need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, it gets to a point where it's like, damn, like, how many more times are you going to do this? Are you going to take any preventative measures? So we don't know if JT actually did that, but we don't really care. But I like the fact that Uzi is kind of sitting back and letting them two fight it out for him. Or not for him, but JT fight it out for him, and he just doesn't have to handle the situation. Because what does Uzi look like addressing Cardi B? Like, come on, dog. Cardi B is, musically, let's keep it real. She's got a Grammy nomination out, but criminal Grammy nomination. Not a Grammy nomination, criminal Grammy win. The nomination was fine. But this is going to continue to develop. JT could wrap circles around Cardi B. And that's not saying too much. That's just saying that, Cardi B's not the greatest rapper. But we all know that. She's even adamant that she doesn't care about writing and doesn't write. And this dude, Chris Blake Griffith, I don't know if he's right in what he's saying, but Stefon Diggs, he's getting away with a lot when it comes to Cardi B that Offset wasn't allowed to play with. Like, Stefon Diggs allegedly has another kid, or just had another kid in the midst of Cardi B's pregnancy, and she's under this guy's spell. I don't know what the spell is, but there's something fishy going on in the air. This guy can't be fabricating everything, Chris Blake Griffith, but there are some things that he's fabricating. It's like, if you're going to make a good lie, there's got to be some elements of truth in it. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one.